Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character examiner by me. So let's get into it. Arlecchino. Arlecchino chuckled, watching you like a hawk. And you didn't notice at first until you had turned around, saw her leaning against the door frame, with her arms crossed. Keep going, darling. There's no need to hurry or panic. No need to be shy either. It's nothing I haven't seen before, she mumbled, chuckling, and you could only blush, feeling yourself get hotter under her gaze. But you just went on, deciding not to make a big deal of it, considering that Arlecchino would usually take this opportunity to do something, to startle you, to make you blush, to make you embarrassed, and you were not going to give in and give her that satisfaction. As much as you love her, you were not going to be weak in front of her. At least you would try, since she was so good, so perfect, and the hold she had on your heart was insane. So for now, you could only just try, and after you were done dressing up, she went over to you, wrapping her arms around your waist, pressing a soft peck to your cheek. I can tell you're embarrassed. As much as you try to hide it, you're not able to hide many things from me. Just admit that you're embarrassed and it will be easier for you. Anyway, won't you come here and give me a kiss? I'm sure you've been quite needy. That look in your face said it all. You may seek my attention. I won't be bothered by it. Besides, I've been free for a while. I wouldn't mind. And she did want your attention, just as much as she thought you would want her own. She just didn't want to admit it, and she knew she wouldn't need to. If she got you to admit that you needed her first, which precisely was what she was trying to do. And in fact, it does work, because you do cave in very fast, wrapping your arms around her and kissing her sweetly. You wanted to appreciate her a little bit more, and if you were embarrassed, you were certainly going to try to get over it, just so she would not tease you further, and to show her that you were not as easily embarrassed as before. Neuvillette. Neuvillette did not know how to react. He was simply walking in, and the door happened to be open. Maybe you didn't think he would walk in at this time. Maybe you didn't even know he was around. Whatever it is, it didn't matter, because right now he was frozen, watching you in complete and utter silence, just trying to regain his composure. He kept on staring and staring, his cheeks getting more red with each passing second, until you turned around and saw him standing, and you blushed. Neuvillette? What are you doing here? You can't be staring like that. I didn't mean to. My apologies. I shall go now. I apologize for bothering you. I didn't mean to look at you like this, he says, burying his face in his hand, and turning away, talking to you as he looks the other way. And you can't help but find yourself a little bit, maybe, weak just because of that behavior. It makes you blush and smile at the same time. It's incredibly sweet from him, and also something you liked seeing. That's why you had wrapped your arms around him once you were done dressing, and went over to his side, kissing his cheek softly. Oh, Neuvillette, it's fine. There's no reason to be so embarrassed. I thought you were staring on purpose. Well, I suppose maybe then. Whatever it is, I forgive you, because you're so adorable and I can never be truly mad at you. You're lucky, I suppose. And you will take it. If being lucky meant that you're not going to be mad at him for this, then he's definitely lucky, and he does not want to be anything else other than lucky. And as you held him, Tiptoeing to press a soft kiss to his cheek, he smiled, blushing. He loved you dearly, and everything you did. And right now, it just seemed like maybe him staring at you was not such a bad idea, even if it was embarrassing a little bit, especially when you were so willing to forgive him like this. Lenny, Lenny did not mean to walk in on you like that. He truly didn't. So, in an effort not to embarrass you further, he just stays quiet and tries to walk away silently without drawing your attention. Except it's nearly impossible because he does in the end. And you do notice. Lenny, were you just here looking at me just now? You call out to him, and he freezes, going red. Um, well, I did hear your footsteps, so there's no reason to lie to me. Spell it. Were you staring on purpose? No, I was not staring. In fact, that's why I walked away. Why do you say that? I'd never look at you without your permission. Well, I suppose so. If you walked away, then it did mean that you were trying to look away from me. Wait, does that mean I'm not good looking enough for you? Is that why? What do I even do? You don't want me to look at you, and when I don't look, suddenly I'm the bad guy? You laugh, watching him struggle a little bit at your antics, and you honestly don't blame him. It's alright. I was just trying to bother you a little bit, but it seems you actually took it seriously. But I really don't mean it. I mean, even if you had looked, I wouldn't have been so annoyed. You're telling me I could have watched you the whole time? Hey, just because I didn't say I would be annoyed doesn't mean you should do it. I'm glad you have some manners. Okay? You say, going over to him and kissing him sweetly. Besides, for every well-behaved boy, there should be a prize. Don't you want yours? He blushes, not really used to you being so flirty and bold like that. But if he was going to get something at the end, why not have a little magic and surprise? Sure then, if you say so. Feel free to surprise me with your reward, Wyan.